Do not scroll. Do not look away. This message was not sent to everyone. It was sent to you. Heaven is watching you right now. And heaven is speaking your name. You are not here by accident. You were guided here, pulled here, protected into this moment. Listen carefully, because this message carries a warning, and a promise, and a truth your heart already knows. I see you. I see the tears you hide. I see the strength you pretend to have. I see the questions you are afraid to ask out loud. You have been loving someone deeply, quietly, patiently. You told yourself love means waiting. You told yourself love means understanding. You told yourself love means accepting less than you deserve. But hear me now, because heaven has something to say about this. This man does love you. His heart is not empty. His feelings for you are real. They are not imagined. But there is another woman, and this truth has been breaking you slowly. You felt it before you knew it, in the silence between his words, in the pauses, in the way his energy shifts. You asked yourself if you were overthinking, if you were being insecure. They have seen the nights you questioned your worth. They have seen the prayers you whispered with shaking hands. You wondered why things felt delayed, why clarity never fully arrived, why every step forward came with confusion, why joy felt just out of reach. This was not punishment. This was preparation. Heaven allowed you to see only pieces, because the full truth would have broken you too soon. This man is torn, not because he wants to hurt you, but because he is afraid to choose, afraid to lose comfort, afraid to face consequences, afraid to be fully honest. The other woman represents familiarity, a place he hides when courage fails. You represent truth, and truth demands change. That is why your presence stirs his soul. That is why he cannot let you go. But hear me carefully now. Love without integrity becomes a wound, and heaven does not want you bleeding silently. You were never meant to compete. You were never meant to beg. You were never meant to wait in shadows. You are not an option. You are a calling, and the delay you feel is divine protection, because something is being rearranged. Heaven is intervening. The angels are speaking your name. There's a conversation coming, a revelation approaching. What has been hidden will be revealed. What has been delayed will be decided. You will no longer exist in uncertainty. This season of confusion is ending. Do not lower your standards now. Do not silence your intuition now. You are being prepared for something bigger, something cleaner, something that does not require you to shrink, something that meets you in the light. If he chooses truth, it will require sacrifice. If he does not, heaven will remove what is not aligned. Either way, you will not lose, because what is meant for you cannot miss you, and what misses you is never yours. Rest your heart. You are protected. You are seen. You are deeply loved. Stay with me. There's more heaven wants to tell you. I am still here. I have not left you. You felt abandoned at times, but you were being held. Held when you cried alone. Held when you smiled for others. You kept asking for a sign. This is it. You asked heaven to speak clearly. So listen without fear. What is unfolding now cannot be rushed. Divine timing protects fragile hearts. You were spared from deeper pain, even when it felt like delay. There were moments you almost walked away, moments you doubted your worth, but heaven whispered strength into you, even when you could not hear it. This connection exposed your wounds, so they could finally heal. You learned what you will no longer accept. You learned how deeply you can love. That knowledge was not wasted. It was planted. Something new is growing within you, a clarity you have never had before. You are awakening, and awakening changes everything. The confusion will lift suddenly, like fog disappearing at dawn. You will see clearly, and clarity brings peace. Do not chase answers now. Let them come to you. What belongs to you moves toward you, without force, without manipulation, without fear. Your heart was never foolish. It was brave. Brave enough to love deeply. Brave enough to hope. But now you must also be wise. Wisdom is rising within you. You will feel it soon. A calm resolve. A quiet knowing. A gentle strength. When the moment comes, you will know what to do. You will not panic. You will not beg. You will stand steady, rooted in truth, and heaven will stand with you. Every step, the angels are surrounding you now, clearing confusion from your path, removing attachments that drain you, strengthening what restores you. You are not behind. You are right on time. Everything you lost made room. Everything that hurt taught you. And everything that waits for you is worth it. Far more than you imagine. Breathe now. Rest now. You are safe. You are guided. Stay open. Stay listening. You do not need to hurry. What is meant for you is not running away. I know you fear missing your moment, but heaven never misses. Every delay has been counted. Every tear has been recorded. Nothing you felt was wasted. Nothing you endured was unseen. You wondered why your prayers felt unanswered. They were being answered differently. You asked for love, but heaven answered with protection. You asked for union, but heaven answered with truth. Because love without truth becomes a prison. And you were never meant to be confined. This man feels the weight of your absence even now. He feels the pull of what is real. But feeling is not choosing. And choosing is what changes destiny. You cannot make that choice for him. And you were never meant to. Your role was not to save him. Your role was to awaken him. Whether he rises or remains where he is. Your assignment is complete. That is why your spirit feels restless. Because transition is near. Something is closing gently. Something is opening quietly. You may not see it yet, but you feel it. A loosening. A release. You are no longer gripping what hurts you. You are learning to trust again. Trust yourself. Trust heaven. What comes next will feel lighter, cleaner. It will not confuse you. It will not keep you guessing. Love meant for you will choose you openly, without secrecy, without competition, without fear. Until then, you are being wrapped in peace. Peace that does not depend on answers. Peace that does not require closure. This is healing, and healing often arrives quietly. You are stronger than you know, and softer than you allow yourself to be. Both are sacred. Both are needed. Stay present. Stay receptive. Heaven is still speaking, and there is more light ahead. When you are ready, it will meet you where you are, and guide you gently forward. You are not being asked to understand everything today. You are being asked to trust what you feel now. Your heart has grown tired of waiting in uncertainty, and heaven has heard that fatigue. This is why peace is entering before answers do, because peace prepares you to receive truth. You are shedding an old version of yourself, the one who stayed too long, the one who explained away pain, the one who hoped silence meant love. That version learned what it needed to learn, and now it can rest. A stronger, calmer you is emerging, one who no longer chases clarity, because clarity is coming to you. Gently. There will be a moment soon. Small, but decisive. A word spoken. A choice revealed. And you will feel relief before you feel sadness. Because your soul already knows the outcome. Do not fear that moment. It is not here to destroy you. It is here to free you. To return your power. What you thought you might lose was already preparing to release you. And what is meant to stay will not require you to suffer first. You are stepping into alignment. That is why things feel unfamiliar. Alignment always feels like stillness before movement, like breath before speech. Heaven is rearranging paths quietly, so you do not panic, so you do not cling, so you can walk forward unafraid. You will love again, but not like before. This time with clarity. This time with reciprocity. this time without wondering where you stand, because you will be chosen clearly. Rest now in that promise. Let it settle in your chest. You are not alone in this season. You are accompanied, guided, protected. When you feel the nudge to listen again, follow it. I am still speaking. So stay with me a little longer. You have survived seasons that should have broken you. Yet you are still gentle, still loving, still hoping. That tenderness is not weakness. It is evidence of divine strength. Many would have hardened their hearts, but you chose to remain open. Heaven honors that choice, and heaven protects open hearts fiercely. There were doors that did not open for you. You thought they were blessings delayed. They were dangers avoided. They were wounds you were spared from. You see it now, even if only faintly. Your discernment has sharpened. Your spirit has matured. You no longer confuse intensity with love, or attachment with destiny. This is growth, and growth changes what you attract. That is why old patterns are falling away. They cannot follow you where you are going. You are stepping into a season of honesty, where words and actions finally align, where love is not hidden, and commitment is not confusing. You will not have to interpret silence. You will not have to guess intentions. Peace will be your confirmation, not anxiety. The waiting you endured refined you. It did not delay you. You are ahead in wisdom, ahead in clarity, and very close to breakthrough, closer than you think. Something is shifting behind the scenes. Conversations you cannot hear, decisions you cannot see yet, but they are unfolding. Heaven is moving hearts, including yours. What is not aligned is loosening its grip. What is aligned is drawing nearer. You may feel emotional waves right now. That is, release. Let it happen. Tears cleanse the soul. You do not need to be strong anymore. You are allowed to be held by grace, held by divine love. You are not forgotten. You are being remembered in heaven. Your name is spoken in prayer. Your future is guarded carefully. Nothing meant for you will be taken. Nothing meant to harm you will remain. This chapter is ending gently, not with chaos, but with understanding and peace. Stay open. Stay soft. I am walking with you through this, and I will not leave. When you feel called again, listen to the next message. You are closer now than you have ever been. Closer to freedom. Closer to truth. Closer to yourself. The heaviness you carried is lifting slowly, like night giving way to morning. You may still feel echoes of doubt. That is normal. Even healing has a voice, and it asks to be heard. Do not rush past it. Let it speak. Let it teach you what you deserve. Let it remind you what you survived. You were faithful to love, even when love was unclear. That faith will not go unrewarded. Heaven never ignores sincere hearts. There's a protection around you now. You cannot see it, but you can feel it. A calm you did not have before. This calm is your shield. It will guard your next steps. You are no longer available for half-truths or divided hearts. You are no longer waiting to be chosen. You are choosing yourself. That decision shifts everything, even timelines. What took years to confuse you will resolve quickly now, because once clarity arrives, it does not linger. The man you loved will feel the change, whether he understands it or not. Your energy will no longer chase. It will attract, and only what is whole can meet you where you stand. You are stepping into a higher standard of love, one that honors you fully. Do not fear outgrowing old connections. Growth always feels like separation at first, but it is actually alignment with who you are becoming. You will look back one day and thank this season, not for the pain, but for the clarity it gave you. Rest in this moment. You are exactly where you need to be. I am still with you, and I will continue to guide you. When your heart feels ready again, listen once more. You are learning how to stand without trembling. how to breathe without waiting for permission. This is not distance you feel. It is dignity returning. You are reclaiming pieces of yourself you gave away. Pieces that were never meant to be negotiated. Notice how your chest feels lighter. Notice how your thoughts are clearer. That is not coincidence. That is alignment. You are no longer asking for signs to stay. You are receiving signs to rise. What once felt like longing now feels like readiness. What once felt like fear now feels like calm resolve. This is the quiet courage heaven gives. Not loud, not rushed, but unshakable. You are being wrapped in wisdom, layer by layer. So when love arrives again, you will recognize it by peace. It will not rush you. It will not confuse you. It will meet you with honesty and remain. Until then, you are not empty. You are being filled with truth, with strength, with grace. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was. You were responding to love the only way you knew how. Now you know better, and knowing better is a blessing, even when it comes through tears. Stay here a little longer. Let this truth settle. You are protected. You are guided. And you are not walking alone. Not now. Not ever. When you feel the call again, listen. You are safe to let go now. Nothing you release will take your future with it. What is real will remain. What is false will fall away without effort. You are not losing love. You are shedding confusion. And confusion was never your companion. It was only a teacher. You have learned its lesson. Now peace takes its place. Feel how your body responds to truth. Feel how your spirit exhales. That is how you know you are aligned. That is how heaven confirms your steps. You are being guided into still waters, not to stop moving, but to restore your strength. Before the next chapter begins, there's a tenderness returning to you, a softness without fear. This is healing becoming complete. This is wholeness forming quietly. You will not have to announce your strength. It will speak for itself. Your presence will change. Your boundaries will speak gently but firmly. And only those who honor you will be able to stand close. Do not grieve what could not meet you. Grieve only what you outgrew. Even that grief will pass, and it will leave wisdom behind. You are being repositioned, not pushed aside. Repositioned for clarity. Repositioned for blessing. Heaven is attentive to every detail. Nothing about your life is random. Even now angels are guarding your rest. Even now grace is working quietly. You do not need to figure everything out. You only need to remain open. Open to peace. Open to truth. Open to love that arrives whole and stays. You are deeply known. You are deeply valued. And what is coming will honor your heart without asking you to abandon yourself. Stay with this knowing. Let it anchor you. When the time comes again, you do not have to fear the unknown anymore. The unknown is where miracles are prepared. What you cannot see yet is already forming, and it is forming with care. Heaven is not rushed, because heaven is precise. Every delay aligned you with wisdom. Every silence refined your discernment. You are no longer the same person who first asked for love. You are deeper now, stronger now, more awake. That is why what comes you are being filled with truth, with strength, with grace. There is nothing wrong with you. There never was. You were responding to love the only way you knew how. Now you know better, and knowing better is a blessing, even when it comes through tears. Stay here a little longer. Let this truth settle. You are protected. You are guided. And you are not walking alone. Not now. Not ever. When you feel the call again, listen. You are safe to let go now. Nothing you release will take your future with it. What is real will remain. What is false will fall away without effort. You are not losing love. You are shedding confusion. And confusion was never your companion. It was only a teacher. You have learned its lesson. Now peace takes its place. Feel how your body responds to truth. Feel how your spirit exhales. That is how you know you are aligned. That is how heaven confirms your steps. You are being guided into still waters, not to stop moving, but to restore your strength. Before the next chapter begins, there's a tenderness returning to you, a softness without fear. This is healing becoming complete. This is wholeness forming quietly. You will not have to announce your strength. It will speak for itself. Your presence will change. Your boundaries will speak gently but firmly. And only those who honor you will be able to stand close. Do not grieve what could not meet you. Grieve only what you outgrew. Even that grief will pass, and it will leave wisdom behind. You are being repositioned, not pushed aside. Repositioned for clarity. Repositioned for blessing. Heaven is attentive to every detail. Nothing about your life is random. Even now angels are guarding your rest. Even now grace is working quietly. You do not need to figure everything out. You only need to remain open. Open to peace. Open to truth. Open to love that arrives whole and stays. You are deeply known. You are deeply valued. And what is coming will honor your heart. Without asking you to abandon yourself, stay with this knowing. Let it anchor you. When the time comes again, you do not have to fear the unknown anymore. The unknown is where miracles are prepared. What you cannot see yet is already forming, and it is forming with care. Next will feel different, because you are different. You will recognize love by how safe it feels, by how calm your spirit remains, not by anxiety, not by guessing. You will not need to read between lines. The truth will stand plainly before you, and you will not shrink to keep it, because it will not require shrinking. This season has carved out space within you. Space for honesty. Space for mutual devotion. Space for joy without fear. What you endured was not meaningless. It sharpened your ability to choose well. Heaven does not waste pain. It transforms it. Soon you will notice how easily you breathe, how naturally you smile. That is your confirmation. That is your sign. You are moving forward even when you feel still. You are healing even when it feels quiet. Nothing is stalled. Everything is aligned. The man who could not choose taught you your worth, even in his hesitation. And now you will never again accept divided attention, because your heart knows its value. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are listening to truth, and truth always leads to freedom. Always. Rest now in this moment. Let your heart be still. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and what is coming will meet you with clarity. You are not late to your life. You arrived exactly when you were meant to. The moments you regret taught you discernment. The love you gave taught you depth. Nothing about you is wasted. Nothing about your story is accidental. Heaven has been shaping your heart quietly. Even when you thought nothing was happening, there were protections you could not see. Barriers placed gently in your path. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. You were saved from promises that would have broken, from words that would not have lasted. You were redirected from paths that looked right, but were not true. That redirection is mercy, even when it felt like loss. You are learning to trust the pause, to honor the stillness. Stillness is where strength gathers. It is where clarity sharpens. Soon you will feel an inner shift, a readiness without desperation. That is when alignment is complete. That is when love can meet you fully. You will not need to prove your worth. It will be recognized instantly. You will not need to convince. You will be chosen freely. Chosen without fear. Chosen without secrecy. Until then, you are being restored. Piece by piece. Layer by layer. With patience. Heaven moves gently with tender hearts. It does not rush healing. It honors your pace. It respects your process. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are brave. Brave for staying open. Brave for believing again. That bravery is seen. That bravery is protected. Continue to listen inwardly. Your intuition is clear now. It will guide you without anxiety, without confusion. You are walking forward even now, even as you rest. Trust that movement. Trust that guidance. I am still with you, still speaking softly, and there's more unfolding, more than you can imagine yet. You are beginning to feel whole again. Not because everything is resolved, but because you are no longer abandoning yourself. That is the miracle. You once measured love by endurance, by how much you could tolerate. Now you measure love by peace, by how safe your spirit feels. This shift is sacred, and it changes everything. What once pulled at you no longer has power, because you see clearly now. You see where effort was one-sided, where affection was inconsistent. Seeing truth does not harden you. It frees you. You can release without bitterness, because wisdom has replaced confusion. This is how healing matures. Quietly, without announcements, without drama. You are stepping into a season of reciprocity, where giving is met with giving, where presence is met with presence, where love is not hidden. You will feel it in your body first. A deep sense of ease, a knowing that does not require explanation. That is how alignment speaks. The old ache will not return, even if memories do. Memories will soften. They will lose their grip. They will become lessons, not wounds. You are no longer waiting for closure, because peace has already arrived. Closure comes when the heart is no longer tied, and your heart is loosening gently. Heaven has been patient with you, because love grows best without pressure. You were never failing. You were becoming, and becoming takes time, takes courage, takes moments like this, where truth settles calmly. Stay present with this peace. Let it anchor you. You are being led forward, without force, without fear, without regret. There is more clarity ahead, more light unfolding, and you will meet it steady, whole. You are beginning to feel whole again, not because everything is resolved, but because you are no longer abandoning yourself. That is the miracle. You once measured love by endurance, by how much you could tolerate. Now you measure love by peace, by how safe your spirit feels. This shift is sacred, and it changes everything. What once pulled at you no longer has power, because you see clearly now. You see where effort was one-sided, where affection was inconsistent. Seeing truth does not harden you. It frees you. You can release without bitterness, because wisdom has replaced confusion. This is how healing matures. Quietly, without announcements, without drama. You are stepping into a season of reciprocity, where giving is met with giving, where presence is met with presence, where love is not hidden. You will feel it in your body first. A deep sense of ease, a knowing that does not require explanation. That is how alignment speaks. The old ache will not return, even if memories do. Memories will soften. They will lose their grip. They will become lessons, not wounds. You are no longer waiting for closure, because peace has already arrived. Closure comes when the heart is no longer tied, and your heart is loosening gently. Heaven has been patient with you, because love grows best without pressure. You were never failing. You were becoming, and becoming takes time, takes courage, takes moments like this, where truth settles calmly. Stay present with this peace. Let it anchor you. You are being led forward, without force, without fear, without regret. There is more clarity ahead, more light unfolding, and you will meet it steady, whole. You are allowed to move forward without guilt. You do not owe your future to your past. What you gave was sincere. That sincerity is already honored. You do not need to replay old moments. They have completed their purpose. The lessons have settled. The weight has lifted. Now comes integration. Now comes peace that stays. You will notice how silence no longer frightens you, because it is no longer empty. It is full of clarity, full of self-trust. This is how you know you have healed. When quiet feels safe, you are not waiting for someone to return. You are returning to yourself. And that reunion changes everything. It restores your power gently. Nothing ahead will require you to betray yourself. Nothing ahead will ask you to shrink. Love that is meant for you will recognize you instantly. It will not test you. It will not hide. It will arrive whole. Until that moment, you are complete. You are not in between lives. You are in alignment. Heaven does not rush alignment. It protects it. You have been protected more than you realize, redirected more than you can see. One day you will understand every pause, every closed door, and gratitude will replace confusion. Peace will replace longing. For now, just breathe. Let this knowing settle. Let your heart soften. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are exactly where grace can reach you, exactly where truth can meet you. And I am still here, still guiding gently. You are learning to trust the quiet nudges, the ones that do not shout. They come as calm realizations, as gentle certainty. This is how heaven guides healed hearts. Without urgency, without fear, without pressure. You are no longer driven by what might leave. You are anchored in what remains. And what remains is you, whole and aware. Your worth is no longer a question. It is a knowing. That knowing will shape your future choices and protect your peace. You will feel less need to explain yourself, because alignment does not require justification. Those meant to understand you will. Those who do not are not meant to stay. This realization will bring relief, not loneliness. You are becoming selective with your energy. This is wisdom. You are honoring your time. This is self-respect. Heaven smiles when you choose yourself, because that is how love multiplies. There is nothing selfish about peace. It is sacred, and you are finally allowing yourself to keep it, without apology. The path ahead will feel simpler, not because life has no challenges, but because you are no longer divided within. Unity brings strength. You will move slower, but with certainty. You will speak less, but with truth. You will love again, but without fear of loss, because you now know how to stand alone, and that changes how you connect. Stay with this calm. Let it guide your next step. You do not need to know the whole path, only the next honest step. Heaven will meet you there, as it always has. Remain open. Remain gentle. You are beginning to recognize your own voice again, not the one shaped by waiting, but the one shaped by truth, by inner alignment. That voice is calm. It does not argue with itself. It does not beg to be heard. It simply knows. This is the voice that will guide your next season, and it will not mislead you. You once feared being alone. Now you fear losing your peace. That shift is powerful. That shift is protection. You are no longer asking love to prove itself through pain. You are asking love to feel like home. And love that is real will recognize that request. It will answer gently. You will notice how your boundaries feel natural now. Not defensive, not harsh, just clear. Clarity does not push people away. It invites the right ones closer. Those who are meant to walk with you will adjust. They will meet you where you stand. And those who cannot will fall away quietly, without drama. This is how heaven prunes. Softly. So new growth can flourish. So joy can breathe. You are entering a season where effort flows both ways, where care is mutual, where presence is consistent, and words match actions. Do not underestimate how close this is. Do not doubt the timing. What you have been preparing for internally is preparing for you externally. You are not waiting anymore. You are aligning. And alignment always looks like stillness before movement, like peace before breakthrough. Trust this pause. It is holy. You are held in it, protected within it. Nothing will rush you out of the space, because it is strengthening you. When the next door opens, you will walk through steady, not wounded, not desperate, but whole and ready. Stay present. Stay listening. You are no longer defined by what did not work. You are defined by what you learned. The past cannot follow you into this next season. It has already released you. You may still feel moments of tenderness. That is love maturing, not pain returning. Healing does not erase memory. It softens it. You will remember without longing. You will reflect without ache. This is how you know you are free. When thoughts no longer pull you backward, you are standing in your own authority now. Quiet, steady, unshaken. No one has to validate your knowing. You trusted yourself. This trust will guide your choices. It will guard your heart. You will notice how your standards feel peaceful, not demanding, not rigid, just true. You are no longer available for uncertainty, because certainty has found you within. This is the foundation heaven builds upon. An anchored soul. What comes next will meet that foundation. It will not test it. You are not being prepared for confusion again. You are being prepared for clarity that stays, for love that arrives clean and chooses you openly. Until that moment unfolds, you are not incomplete. You are whole in the waiting, whole in the becoming. There is no rush in heaven's plan, only precision. Every step ahead will feel lighter because you are carrying less. You have released what was never yours to hold, and that release created space. Space for joy, space for peace, space for love that does not divide itself, space for truth that stands firm. Stay grounded in this calm. It is your compass now. You are moving forward even when resting, growing even in stillness. And I remain with you, guiding gently. You are learning that love does not need to be proven through suffering. It reveals itself through consistency. What drains you is not destiny. What strengthens you is alignment. Your heart is becoming quieter, not closed. Quiet because it is no longer at war with itself. Quiet because it trusts its own wisdom. This peace did not come easily. It was earned through courage, through letting go when holding on felt safer, through choosing truth over illusion. Heaven honors those choices. Even when no one else saw them, you were building something unseen, an inner stability that cannot be shaken. That stability will carry you far, farther than longing ever could. You will no longer confuse chemistry with calling, or attachment with purpose. Purpose brings peace, and peace stays. You are stepping into a rhythm that suits your soul, one that does not exhaust you, one that does not ask you to doubt yourself, one that feels like home. This is what you were being prepared for, not loss, but discernment, not heartbreak, but clarity, not waiting, but readiness. Readiness for something true. You do not need to search for it. What is true finds its way naturally. It recognizes calm hearts. It recognizes healed eyes. You will see it when it comes, and you will not be afraid, because you are no longer afraid of being alone. You are anchoring yourself. This anchor is your gift. It will keep you steady in every season. Rest in that strength. Let it deepen. You are not at the end of the story. You are at a turning point, and what unfolds next will feel different, because you are different. Stay open. Stay grounded. The message is still with you, and it will continue to guide you gently forward.